everybody. Good morning. Will here, Willderjess Van Build Adventures. We've been a little busy working in the van. You can see we got the components and everything painted, installed in the driver's side here. Definitely looking good, and happy with the result and how it turned out. Which we are working on today is getting this part for the passenger wall completed and inserted, hopefully. But like I say, we've been a little busy. You can see here we got this here giant part built. It's not yet completed, but is the wall insert for that whole piece. You can see is we're looking at it here. This would be from the viewpoint of in the van, standing there looking straight at it. We're having two cabinet sections, which it'll be basically a big well part where you can go down to on top of the water tank, which that's where the water tank is. And then you got a back part here, that building, that'll be our rear closet, which it will be, on the right side there. So we'll do some little filming here and try to encompass as much as possible, but it's been tough here trying to think and doing all this. Definitely for the first time building something of this magnitude and complexity. So I'm trying to focus as much as I could, keeping my mind on the situation and not mess up something that I already have so many hours involved in, trying to make sure and fit and critique each piece to get it to work and flow with the next, and how that piece is exponentially going to affect something that's later, down the road. But it's basically so far it's all made out of 1/2 inch Baltic birch, and then we got some 3/4 pine in here. But definitely liking it so far, and it's looking good. So, which on the board up here, I basically cut about a 5-degree bevel off the back of it that made it 90 degrees with the contour of the natural van wall, or whatever, the contour of the wall and how it curves up. So when you come down now from that board, it hits and intersects with a 90-degree angle with our bed frame here. So we'll be able to take and create some square angles. This part here, what I'm going to do is put in some rib nuts into each one of the holes and be able to make a mountable location at the front and the back and the front on the walls of the ends. So we can basically take our insert and shoot it in there like we did on this side. So we got our rib nuts, which these are just 1/4 20 size. And not to advocate rib nuts, I think plus nuts are probably better. I don't have any experience to speak of for them, but with rib nuts, they are what they are. They work, but they're not the most, I would say they're not the strongest hold that you could get as you could with a plus nut. But like I say, if you're using it for like in this application where they're not essentially a load bearing piece, it's more so to hold the to hold it to the wall, and then the other piece itself will hold the weight. But like I say, once it gets bolted to the wall, it just adds that strength with it as well. But if it was something that I really had to count on for some weight, I wouldn't trust it. But they're really easy to put in. You screw it to it, and then you basically just come up here to your spot and put it in. Hey guys, just want to do a quick demo of creating some stencils with this Yucca board. Like I said, I know y'all have heard of me talk about it before, but this stuff is great. It's for creating a cheap stencil that has good rigidity as well as cutability, and and plus it's just multi-usable. I guess you can create so many different shapes, and you just keep every piece you cut, and you never know, you may need it again to cut something else. But you can see I created this L that fits in the corner here, which you got a double L that we need to create. So instead of fighting it, just find you another square that you done cut before and just bring it in here and find you to exactly to where it needs to be. And then you can just put some tape on it or draw it one and tape it in place and then transfer it to the template that you need. Now you see we can take the stenciled piece, which you can see I taped it to it. All you gotta do is trace it out, then you can cut it, and you got basically an exact fit part. See, we got some stuff completed. It's not quite, you know, as you can see, painted, but you know, we're getting that all fit into place. You know, you can't paint nothing that's not there, so you got to get it built. But we see we got our cabinet and shelf insert. We got a little closet section built back in the back part. We'll put a door on it here. This is where the water tank fill will be, which the cabinetry section made it to where you have the insert down at the bottom, and this portion will have a shelf that'll be able to lift up. Like I say, you'll be able to put stuff down in there, and there'll be a shelf here. Then it goes up, and we'll come around to the front. Up here, so we got a lot of stuff going on here. It's quite the mess, but the countertop will extend back into this corner, in which we'll put some more shelving and a little cabinetry nook here. But the countertop and the whole kitchen galley will sit in this area, which it'll come up and we'll have the sink here, which will tie in to right here, and the countertop will come out, you know, edge with our step here, or even with the edge of our step. Which we got to get our driver's side completed, and also get it built for the refrigerator, and we'll get that all built and inserted, which we'll have some more counter space or something. I haven't really got this side figured out completely, but we're getting we got to also finish our water system. We got the pump installed down there, but finish the plumbing and all the filtration and water lines and everything. So we've been busy, definitely been busy, and just been real hectic here lately, and just haven't been filming as much. Just like I say, been wide open with everything that's had going on, and just, you know, we're in the summer for sure, and the heat, which actually it's been very nice here lately. I can't even really complain about that. But like I say, the summer goings on and happenings, and between life and family and events, it's just been a lot of times constrained with working on the van, and so we've been trying to get it knocked out. But we're wide open with it, and we're glad to be here and getting this thing completed. So I say we're finally getting some fruits of our labor and being able to pick the tasty fruit. So we're happy, So what we think, huh, Jagger? Yeah, this is, he ain't too much of a camera dog. This camera comes out and he gets a little shy. Yeah. So anyway, thanks again, guys. Will here, Willderjess Adventures. Adios.